Top 7 Scariest Abandoned Places in the World. True stories that will scare you when you see them. Welcome to Mystery Seekers, where we explore dark mysteries, creepy stories, and haunting abandoned locations around the world together. Dear friends, our Earth has a limited area. It cannot grow with the years, but the population is growing rapidly. Yet, strangely, there are still many abandoned places, without a single person. Could it be that the spooky stories and creepy rumors about these places have made them a forbidden land? A place where people do not dare to venture into. Today, we will explore together places that time has forgotten. But the fear is still there, still exists here, creeps into every corner, in every story that is passed down to each other. Join Mystery Seekers on this mysterious journey to forgotten lands, where past and present intertwine, where truth and legend blend. We guarantee you will have an unforgettable experience. Pripyat, Ukraine, the haunted city full of horrors after the Chernobyl disaster. In the old days, Pripyat was very busy. Nearly 50,000 people lived here. Who would have guessed that the Chernobyl nuclear power plant next door exploded in 1986, turning Pripyat into a ghost city in just a few hours? Residents have to leave everything behind, from their homes to their belongings, even their pets. Imagine the amusement park with a giant Ferris wheel. The tram collided with the laughter of children in the old days. Now it is rusty and rusty. Dilapidated houses, empty roads, overgrown trees, just like in that horror movie. Hospitals, schools, swimming pools, all abandoned, covered in radioactive dust. Many people who came here also said that they felt like someone was watching them. And then they even heard a whisper in the wind. Even creepier are the photos of children's toys thrown away in the kindergarten, dolls lying around, books scattered. Just looking at it gives me goosebumps. And yet, the mutated creatures that have been born due to radioactive contamination also make us panic. Pripyat is not only a haunted city, but also a haunting reminder of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. It is a testament to the terrible human destruction of the environment and the long-term consequences we suffer. Today, Pripyat has become a destination that attracts adventurous people and those who want to learn about the history of the Chernobyl disaster. However, visitors need to strictly follow safety regulations to avoid exposure to radiation. If you take the challenge of living here for one night to get $1 million, do you have a supervisor? Personally, I would definitely take that $1 million right away. Next we come to an extremely scary place called Ghost Island. Hashima Island, Japan. Ghost Island, in the middle of the ocean with a glorious past. Hashima Island, also known as Battleship Island, was once a bustling place with thousands of coal miners. A whole vibrant community has formed on this tiny island, with schools, hospitals, shops, cinemas, and even a rooftop swimming pool. But then, in 1974, when the coal mine ran out, in just a few days, the island became a ghost city in the middle of the sea. Residents have to leave everything behind, from houses to furniture, memorabilia, even children's toys. Now, Hashima is just a rubble with ruined high-rise concrete buildings, dark corridors without a shadow of a person. The sunlight also cannot penetrate the dense walls, creating a chilly, gloomy atmosphere. Many people have come here and reported that they felt a strange presence, as if the spirits of the workers who died in the coal mine accidents were still wandering somewhere on the island. The sound of the wind whistling through the shattered windows, the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks, all create a haunting, spooky music. Seen from above, Hashima looks like a giant warship abandoned in the middle of the sea. This image adds to the mystery and haunting appearance of the island. Today, Hashima has become a destination that attracts adventurous people and those who want to uncover the mysteries of the past. However, access to this island is not easy and visitors need to strictly follow safety regulations. Hashima is not only a deserted island, but also an important part of Japan's history. It is a testament to the country's rapid industrial development in the 20th century as well as the sacrifices and losses that its people have experienced. Among you who are watching the video, have you ever been here? Let me and everyone know if this place is really scary. As a person who likes to learn about paranormal stories, I am very curious about this place, and I am looking forward to coming here once to verify the ghost stories here. Away from this ghostly island, we explore a place that is no less mysterious, because this place was once the place where many soldiers breathed their last. Sanatorium Beelitz-Heilstätten, Germany. Haunted hospital full of creepy stories. Beelitz-Heilstätten is a huge German military hospital, built at the end of the 19th century. It has treated many wounded soldiers in the First and Second World Wars, and even Hitler was a patient here. Now, it has been abandoned and has become a spot for those who love to explore spiritual mysteries. Imagine long smoking corridors without a single light bulb, dilapidated hospital rooms with rusty iron beds, and walls full of spooky graffiti. Make sure that anyone who is weak will not dare to come here. A creepy story is told about a young nurse named Maria, who was brutally murdered in her own hospital room. It is rumored that her ghost still roams the hospital, seeking help and revenge for her unjust death. Another story tells about a group of young people who decided to explore Beelitz-Heilstätten at night. They recorded strange noises, faint ghosts, and even a voice whispering their names. Their expedition turned into a terrifying nightmare. Beelitz-Heilstätten is not only an abandoned hospital, but also a place of haunting ghostly stories. It is a reminder of the trauma, the loss of war, and the unsolved mysteries of the spiritual world. I was really scared when I collected these stories to make a video for you. Unexpectedly, in the midst of a busy civilized place, there is still such a scary place. But that's not all right here. It's a place that will make you extremely scared when you take a look. Poveglia Island, Italy, where dark ghosts haunt the deadly island with the true story of a mad doctor. Located between Venice and the romantic Lido, the island of Poveglia has a haunting beauty. This place used to be a hell on earth when it was used as a quarantine place for thousands of people who contracted the plague in the 14th century. Cries of pain, desperate deaths have turned Poveglia into a giant mass grave. Not stopping there, in the 20th century, Poveglia became a place to hold mental patients. A creepy true story about a psychiatrist took place here. He was obsessed with performing brutal experiments on patients, torturing them with barbaric methods such as lobotomy and electric shocks. It is rumored that it was the unjust spirits of the patients that pushed this doctor to the brink of madness. He began to see ghosts, to hear haunting voices. Finally, unable to bear the torment of his mind, he jumped from the hospital's bell tower to the ground to commit suicide. Many people recounted that, when they set foot on Poveglia, they felt a cold air running down their spine, as if thousands of eyes were watching them. The sound of the wind whistling through the ruined buildings, the sound of the waves crashing against the rocky shore are like the bitter lamentations of the souls who have not escaped. Some people even said that they saw the ghost of the mad doctor wandering the bell tower, holding bloody medical instruments in his hands. The screams and cries of the tortured patients still echoed everywhere. The true story of the mad doctor on the island of Poveglia has become one of the creepiest legends about the island. It is not only a spooky story, but also a wake-up call about human cruelty and the terrible consequences it can cause. Bbery Mental Hospital, USA, where the ghost of cruelty still haunts. Located in Philadelphia, Bbery Psychiatric Hospital was once one of the largest medical facilities in the United States, but also one of the most horrible places imaginable. It was closed in 1990 after a series of reports of poor living conditions and ill treatment of patients were exposed. The dark, damp corridors, the hospital rooms with old, rusty medical equipment, the mold-covered walls, all create a terrifying scene. It is rumored that this place still retains the screams and painful cries of neglected and tortured patients. A creepy true story about Bbery is about a patient named Frances. She was detained here for years, and was treated badly by medical staff. She was starved, beaten, and sexually abused. Eventually, Frances managed to escape from Bbery, but she couldn't forget what she had experienced there. She has spent the rest of her life fighting for the rights of people with mental illness. Many people came to Bbery and reported that they felt a strange and cold presence, as if unfortunate patients still existed in this space. They heard strange noises, whispers in the dark, and even saw ghosts gliding through the corridors. Bbery Mental Hospital is not only an abandoned place, but also a scar in American history. It is a reminder of the mistakes of the past and the need to treat people with mental illness humanely. Centralia Town, USA. Hell on Earth has been smoldering for more than half a century. Centralia, a small town in Pennsylvania, was once a peaceful home to more than 1,000 people. However, in 1962, an underground coal mine fire broke out, turning Centralia into a true hell on earth. This fire not only burned down houses and roads, but also made the surrounding air toxic and uninhabitable. Toxic smoke rises from cracks in the ground. Columns of black smoke rise hundreds of meters high, creating a spooky and creepy scene like in a horror movie. Cracked roads, abandoned houses, signs warning of danger, all create a stifling, frighteningly gloomy atmosphere. It is said that, when they arrive in Centralia, they feel a sense of insecurity, as if some evil force is watching them. One creepy story recounted is that of a family who decided to stay in Centralia after the fire broke out. They believed that their home will not be affected. However, one day, while the mother was cooking in the kitchen, the floor suddenly collapsed, swallowing the woman. It is said that her ghost is still wandering in that house, seeking liberation. Centralia is not only a ghost town, but also a wake-up call for the devastating consequences of indiscriminate exploitation of natural resources. It is also a testament to the power of nature and the fragility of humans in the face of disasters. Humberstone and Santa Laura, Chile. Ghost towns in the harsh desert with creepy stories. Located in the middle of the world's driest desert in Atacama, Humberstone and Santa Laura were once busy nitrate mining towns in the early 20th century. But when resources ran out, and that's our journey through the scariest abandoned places in the world. From the haunted ghost city of Pripyat after the Chernobyl disaster, to the mysterious island of Hashima in the middle of the sea. From the haunted hospital Beelitz-Heilstätten with its creepy tales, to the deadly island of Poveglia with its dark ghosts. And finally the smouldering town of Centralia for more than half a century, and the ghost cities of Humberstone and Santa Laura in the middle of the harsh desert. Each place has mysterious and creepy stories, proving that, even though they have been forgotten by time, the fears still exist. Thank you for accompanying mystery seekers on this adventure to discover these mysteries. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos. See you on your next mysterious adventure.